Guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 160,000 subs. Welcome to our FANS Wethu TV. It's the Betway Premiership. Kaizer Chiefs 1, Marumo Gallants 1. I'm joined by Dakuzo.
Shows the Tigo.
Fede.
Shaborum Braga.
Makeba.
Show it. Like we say Mageva.
Yeah.
We say talent. We say Bob Killer. We say taps. It was fit to Gunja and keep on supporting our FANS Wethu TV.
Sure.
Fighting no one, trying to fix some Zanzi football.
Isual, man.
Shows Tigo. Firstly, look, the game that we saw here, it was 1-1. Congratulations to both teams for collecting 1 point each, sharing the points. But look, the teams in the manner that they applied themselves. In the first half, both teams played 5 at the back.
Yes.
I think Kaizer Chiefs tried to also look at the way that Marumo applies itself and try to actually match them. I think in terms of tactics, I think they got it entirely correct, because in the first half they did immensely well in terms of their performance, because Marumo was not really playing. It was quite difficult for them to find spaces. I think Kaizer Chiefs at the back, they had Frosler, who was playing as a on the right flank, and then they had Marco on the left flank. I think they did exceptionally well, but I think Marco in the first half, more especially in terms of height, was outclassed by the number 33 there. Most balls of Kaizer Chiefs were cut by the guy in terms of his head. So I think they were crucified for height, especially on the left side. But I think also in the second half they tried to play it more down, where that's where they tried to find some spaces. I think also Serino in the first half, he did some moves, but I think he should have allowed Kaizer Chiefs to take a lead. We would have been speaking differently today.
True.
You know, so I think in terms of the way he missed the penalty, and even in the game, the chances that he missed, I think he rushes a bit, you know. So I think that's where Kaizer Chiefs really need to improve. But I think I wouldn't have really liked them to have played the 5-3-2 formation, because the opponent was sitting really back. It never tried to do anything. So I think in the second half, if I was the coach, I would have sacrificed either Cross or Kunika to add in more bodies in front. Maybe they could have gotten the goal. So I think that's where I think Kaizer Chiefs lost it today. They had a lot of spaces in front. They should have added more bodies, because I think Marumo was more cautious than trying to go up. But credit to the number 27 from Marumo when he came in the second half. Their players, I think they know him, the guy, when they took out the two midgets, Ndondo and number 10. Ndondo and number 10. Though they played quite well, the guys are good in terms of playing on the foot. I saw when it was number 10 versus number 10, when it was Serino versus that number 10, there was a move that he made where Serino got lost a bit, you know. So I think in terms of his skills on the floor, he's very good. But when it comes to height, they were not good. They were giving Bukunika the aerial advantage in terms of the back. But I think in the second half, when they brought in the number 9 and the number 27, they started to play. They created moments for Marumo. They started to create chances. That's where they got even the goal. So I think Marumo also, in the manner that they applied themselves today, they credit to them, especially in the second half when they brought in the two players. When they were still coming into the game, when we thought Marumo was coming back, I think they brought in number 7. I think that's where they killed the game. The guy just came in, lost every ball that he was getting. So I think that's where Marumo now started to struggle, and Kaizer Chiefs pushed in a lot of bodies. Unfortunately, they couldn't find the goal that they needed. The time was not there. But I think credit to Kaizer Chiefs for the fact that the technical team has changed. They still managed to come here and still display good football, because if you look at the chances that they were created, they were the better team after all. We might look at the moments that Marumo created, and because Kaizer Chiefs being a bigger team, and think that they didn't do well. I think in terms of playing, they did very well. They applied themselves very well. Credit to Kunika. I think the guy, whenever he's called to come in, is doing exceptionally well. Credit to to cross, who came in as a centre back. I think in the first half he made a crucial tackle where he showed us that he's ready to play. Yeah. So I think in terms of Kaizer Chiefs, the manner that they applied themselves, credit to Ox. The guy can win balls in any situation. Yeah. The guy is good, and also in the first half he played exceptionally well. I think they had to crucify him mainly because of the yellow card and because he was involved in a lot of risky challenges. Yeah, so I think in the manner that they applied themselves, Kaizer Chiefs also, they did quite well. A draw, a fair result, but I think they could have came out with 3 points, considering that they were home. But look, Marumo has done well against Mamelodi Sundowns. They've done well against the Orlando Pirates. So it is not just a weak team that people thought that it's a walkover, you know, the way we see it. It's a very strong team in this season, the manner that it has built itself. It's a force. Unfortunately, especially against big teams, it's coming in strong, and it has already played the big 3. So it means that it's left with teams in their average, level. So it's most likely that they are going to go somewhere this season. So I think credit to both teams today for applying themselves. But also today remains a good day where Skukun also didn't manage to get 3 points, and then also we managed to watch good football there in Durban. Where Golden Arrows was playing. You know, credit to him. He welcomed those 3 players of Sundowns today with good football. I think marvelous football. We saw Ndlovu, number 8 from Golden Arrows. That boy is brilliant. There's Kumalo, who I think today, if he was a bit clinical, the game could have finished maybe 4-0 there. Because there were a lot of chances that the team played. But credit to Golden Arrows today. It really showed us that the PSL teams are ready now to challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. And this just winning everywhere they go is coming to a stop. Considering that in their first 8 games, I think they only won 4 and draw 4, draw 3 and lost 1. So this shows that this season it's really a season that we're going to challenge. But also we must say that Cardoso needs to remain at Sundowns at least until 15 games, because last year this thing was happening and they managed to change. Things turned around, so they mustn't change early, man. They must just help us to at least please, man. Relax. I had some members and don't supporters saying they are going to fire him on Saturday. Guys, please, we are pleading with you. We are asking you nicely that Cardoso remains one of our own. He is the one that gave you the league last season. He still needs time. It's just a situation. You know, you'll come all right. Please don't fire him for now until game 17 or 18. You know, because they fire him. Whoever comes in, that material of Sundowns, they will crucify us. You see? So let's just pray that Cardoso stays in the helm.
Perfect.
No, he's a gimchin.
Excellent.
Gimchin.
I can see that Brakuje has taken all the time, but I think today's match, man of the match, I'll give credit to Umteto, but there's this thing of Muteto. He marks an opponent. But releases the ball also to the opponent. I think his decision making still needs to work, but he's a great player in terms of pressing still. He gets many ball recoveries still, but I think he needs to work on those small decision making. But I think on highlighting on what Kaizer Chiefs wanted. Kaizer Chiefs wanted the assistant coaches. They got what they wanted, but they are still whining about losing. They said now is making them lose, Steve. Working online. I don't know. There's a difference working online still. You can just use AI and all the answers can be there. But still, there's a saying, I even told you that in awakening the dead, you might release horrors. No, we are releasing horrors still. And still, doom is bound to happen still. But let's close it. Saturday, CAF Champions League. We're winning that one still.
You're taking it.
taking it with the Terminator still, Coach Adu. Still.
Ana bombastic.
Yeah?
Ana bombastic.
Elogo Fusha Sipopognorias.
Thank you.